did you meet?
You like ask a question, and by the time a person answered the questions, you already done asked another question, and you answered it for them. Like you like that kind.
It was definitely fake. If we don't end up finding love, we found each other.
Oh, man.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Going left as soon as it started, as soon as I knew who was going to be there. Because how do you have Big Mike with Caden and Cherise on the same date? Yes, maybe LJ was supposed to be the mediator and sort of calm things down, but there's no way he would have been able to settle those three down because they're way too strong personalities to be in the same room. And I think the producers just did that for drama because there was no drama throughout the episode. That's the impression that I got. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Ready to Love Miami, Season 7, Episode 8. If you're new to my channel, please leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So the episode begins with Tommy meeting up with the guys and letting know that it's their turn to decide who is not ready to love, and also it's their turn to get the ladies to meet one of their close friends, family members, who will tell them the truth about their connections and who they think is best. So first off, we start off with Randall. Randall meets up with his ex. She's stunning. They seem very close. I think they've managed to remain friends. The ex was saying that they should never have dated. They should have just stayed cool. So stayed as friends. So he invites Trinika, Kayla, and Jamala, and I really feel sorry for Kayla because sadly Kayla is in a position whereby she's a beautiful looking young lady. She's very well composed. She knows what she wants, and sadly she's stuck in these two connections that both of them have their number one spots, and she's sort of fighting she's number two and sort of trying to get to number one. Jamala made it seem like it was a competition. She arrived last. She even Kayla said, Jamala's always got this thingy of making it feel like it's a competition or something of that sort. And I don't like that. I think Jamala is amazing, but I don't know whether she's the right partner for Randall, because Randall seems very quiet. And they were asked, what are your goals? And Kayla spoke about her goals as a person. Tronika did the same, and Jamala only spoke about Randall. And so his ex picked up on that and said, you want someone who's not going to be focused on you. You want someone who's also got their own life and sort of have their own goals that they're trying to achieve. She thought Kayla was the best match. I agree. Kayla would have been an amazing match. I'm so sad that Kayla did not match with someone like Samson, who doesn't have really that strong a connection with anyone. I really wish she had matched with Samson because he seems like an amazing guy, and I think he would have been a better partner for her, and he would have been able to prioritize her. Whereas Randall, I think, is more leaning towards Jamala, and Mike is leaning towards Brandy, which means Kayla is sort of fighting with the girls. She's currently in number 2 spot, and the chances of her getting to number 1 are very unlikely unless one of the girls decides to drop out. Big Mike is up next. He meets up with Kayla and Brandy. I like Big Mike with Kayla. I'm sorry. I know he's had a connection with Brandy since the start, but I like his connection with Kayla because of the way he expresses himself, the way he gets so excited. I know he is a bit more shy. With Brandy, it seems more like puppy love, like your first love. Whereas with Kayla, it's sort of that fiery sort of attraction, that anxiety. I don't know how to describe it, that sort of grown folk love. And so I hope he chooses Kayla. I really do, because I think Kayla is the best for him. I know him and Brandy have been getting along, and they might have a stronger connection, or it might have moved faster than with Kayla. But I think Kayla is an amazing girl, and I hope one of the guys picks her. And if anyone wants to pick her, I hope it would be Mike. I hope it seriously would be Mike. Samson meets up with his ex, Cherise, Loney, and Brandy. I think Brandy was just along for the ride. I think Brandy has all her eggs in Mike's basket, and I don't think she's really that into Samson. Loney, I think, could make him a good match. It's sad that he seems to be leaning towards Cherise, and Cherise brought her A game, so his ex was not able to see her catty side, and I don't know whether her impression of Cherise will be the same after she sees how Cherise can behave at times. And I really don't think any of his connections are that strong. And I'm really sad for him because he comes across as a great guy. And it's sad that he focused on the. I don't know why he couldn't develop a connection with anyone else. I think he would have been amazing with Kayla, as I've said, or with Shakira, but he leaned towards these three girls, and it seems out of the three girls, I think the girl who's most likely to be his strongest connection is Luni, if he does give her what she wants, which is to declare that she is the one for him and is really that interested in her. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to see who he picks, but I hope he sort of steps forward and lets the girls know how he feels. Swayze meets up with Kaden and his friend, and I don't know why Swayze's even persisted with this connection with Kaden. Because Kaden, all the other guys, if they had their way, they would have sent her home because they felt she wasn't ready to love. But Swayze, I think, is the one who's always spoken up to say he's got a connection with her. I haven't seen her talk to anyone else. And it's sad that it seems they haven't ironed out their issues that arose as a result of Swayze meeting Caden's friend. And with their connection, I don't think it will work because I think Caden is too loud and too confrontational for Swayze, and I think Swayze would benefit from someone who's a bit calmer, someone like Kayla, someone like Tronika, someone like Shakira. So it's sad that he's only got one connection, but hey, it is what it is. And then LJ, my favorite. I don't know why LJ brought his ex. It seems everybody bar Swayze brought their ex-girlfriend, and sadly, it seems LJ and his ex are in a situationship whereby she's still in love with him and he is trying to move on. And it's sad that when asked by Tranika, um, his ex mentions that they had sex a month ago, and so it's a question of what do you mean by a month ago. And also Looney, I don't think Looney is feeling as LJ in a sexual manner. I think his only connection is with um Tranika, and sadly because of the situationship I don't think Tranika will be interested anymore. We'll see how that plays out. um his ex doesn't really give him feedback in regards which one she. You could see she was heartbroken when the girls asked, "Are you who? Do you still love each other?" And she said, "I am still in love with him." And he turned around and said, "I will always have love for her, but I'm looking for a new connection." And this is something maybe he should have clarified with her before he brought her on the show, which makes me question whether he really like has broken up with her and is on the show looking for love, or whether he's on the show just looking to put his name out there and then we'll go back to his ex. I'm, I'm sorry, at times I have to laugh. I don't know. The producers are messy because they brought up LJ with Big Mike and they got them to meet up with Charisse and Caden. And apparently, this was arranged by by LJ. I'll put quotation marks on that because it was going to be a mess. One, because these two ladies can't stand Big Mike. And Charisse can stand. She's okay with LJ. I think she's cordial with LJ, but I've never seen Cajun speak to LJ. So the idea that they would get them to meet didn't make sense to me, unless they got them to meet just because the guys are about to make a decision. And so the producers wanted the guys to meet up with these girls to have an opinion of what they felt in regards who they felt wasn't ready to love. And this just went left. Caden started, being very sort of interview type of date. And she asked Mike a question and then she came back with another question. And Mike was like, "You haven't digested the first question, the response I've given you. You're already on to your next question. This is what I told you that you need to work on." And Charisse, I think, tried to sort of correct Caden and things just went left. Oh, you're not, they fought because Caden was saying they're not friends. And Charisse had proof to say that Caden had said they'll be friends and that Caden had been complaining that these guys don't have money. And she's hoping that the guy, she invited Charisse to go out with a sugar daddy, and it's just like this is a mess. They're both not ready to love. They need to send the two of them home. Seriously, they need to send the two of them home, and so Samson can be rid of Charisse, and he can work on his connection with Brandy or Loni and allow Kayla to stay with Big Mike. The guys then meet up with Tommy and sort of discuss their meetups with their exes. I didn't realize that everybody bar Swayze and Big Mike brought their ex-girlfriend, which I don't know why they decided to do that. And so I don't know whether it's because they wanted to show that they're still on good terms with their exes or something. I don't know. And during the conversations, it turns out, although Randall's ex said she preferred Kayla, he still seems to be leaning towards Jamala. And I don't know why. And even the fact that Samson said, he felt Charisse was the best for him because she lifted her hand when his ex asked who's ready to be with Samson today. And I don't think so. I think even Looney would have been a better connection for him. I think he hasn't seen the bad side of Charisse. That's why he says that. And so they then sort of all raised who they felt they were not connecting with. And you could see that whoever had a connection with someone, when their person was brought up, they didn't seem happy, except for Swayze. Swayze didn't really seem bothered that people had issues with Kaden. But when Big Mike spoke about Charisse, you could see that Samson was a bit felt some type of way, and the same went for when Tranika was brought up or when Looney was brought up. LJ felt some type of way. I don't know whether it's because people are worried that this is my connection. If my connection goes home, then I am the next person going home. I don't know. Anyway, they're asked then to choose which of the two ladies they feel is not ready to love, and they choose. So the guys pick Looney and Tranika. Am I surprised? No. I'm surprised Kaden is still around. Really. I'm surprised Kaden is still around. I don't know whether they're keeping her for the drama and they'll get rid of her towards the end. Tranika came in hot. She came in hot. She wasn't up for any games. I think she felt she was going home. So she met up with Big Mike, which I think I love the people that they got them to meet up with, because Tranika met with Big Mike, Looney met with Samson, and because she had met Samson's ex and had this connection with Samson, it was nice of Samson. He brought her roses. He said, these are for joy. Mike was very, he tried to get Tranika to sort of open up and warm up, but she was not having it. She wanted to know, what is the result? Am I going home or not? Tell me now. And so when uh, Mike told her, the guys feel you're ready to love. You just need to continue to work on your connections. And I like the fact that he made her smile and made her happy, gave her a big bear hug, and you could tell he's a dad, because as soon as he went to put her down, he made sure he put her down away from the cameras and she didn't expose herself, helped her put down her dress and was flirting with her on the way out, which was good for her. Even Samson, when he told Looney she was going home, it was sweet how caring he was and how he made her feel. This is what I like about the guys, that even when they're letting the girls down, it's never confrontational, it's never argumentative. So it's comes across as caring, sort of, and emotional and empathetic. And so I really like that. And I hope Looney finds someone. It's a pity she didn't like LJ, because I think she would have had a great thing with LJ. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.